We're gonna discuss about my first job. Wow, so crazy. Wow, people, oh, you're so cool and all that. Wow, you at least worked. Yeah, at least worked for 3 months max. How it all started was like I had nowhere to go. But today we're gonna discuss about WaySafe was like the first place I was working at, and it was pretty cool because I met some new people. I didn't know anybody, and then in the end, they all memorized me to this day. After I visit them daily or a few times monthly. Maybe 3. Anyways, how it started was when they first picked me, I applied and they accepted me. I was like, all right, nice. I got accepted, and it was Alex. So he took me in this office. So that's where we started taking our little trainee. So then there was someone right next to me, but that was the moment I found out he was the GOAT of chill. He was the chillest dude and the best. And I thought he was a grown man, but this dude was a year younger than me. He was just like Exotic, just like a prime example. We both took our little trainee, both of us took us 2 days. So then we got our place, we did everything. So then Alex took me to the deli where I was working at, and I first met Becky, which she was like the chillest person. I thought she was like angry and that. And then I met the manager too of the deli, and then yeah, she was cool too. She was chill. So then she started telling me to do this and that, and I obviously didn't know what to do. But then I cooked, so I was like, I'm gonna grind on this. I'm gonna clutch on this workplace right here, and I did. I was baking some food. I met Rodrigo, best Filipino man ever in the world. This dude was like in his limits, bro. He was grinding. He's been grinding since like longer than me. And he was clutching up, and he taught me everything. He's like, oh, I got you. So I didn't know anything that much, but I just knew how to cook the food, how much minute. I got used to that in like a few weeks, and I met new people, which was my first person when I first met was Kent, and that dude was the most off the cloud worker and the best. He was just nonchalant worker in existence. And then a few days later, I met this dude I never met named Brian. When he was working a few weeks before he left, I was like, oh shoot, he left the moment I joined in. So me and Kent and everybody was working. There was this boy I never met. His name was Kyle. And that's where it all started. Man with the hat back, the GOAT. The guy, Filipino out. Call me Manny Pacquiao. Man, we just talked a bit. This dude was judging me a bit. He was like, oh, you don't know don't you? I was like, yeah, I don't know anything. I was still slow as a sloth. Didn't matter. I was just stupid at that time. Me and Kyle just chilled out a bit. Kent's talking a bit more to try to know about both of these people and Brian too while he was about to leave. And then I met Deborah and a few other people I forgot, but I appreciate these people to this day. I was like, dang, you guys remember, I look different. I had that short hair on me. I look chopped already, and yeah. But other than that, the customers, man, I was down bad, okay? I was grinding my buns off, and then sooner or later, I started working a bit late at night. I was like, okay, I'm cool with that. 11, I'm okay with that. And that was max, like 11. So I thought they were gonna go at like 12. I was like, you put me in 12, I can't sleep, but good luck. I appreciate it. Anyways, these customers all going crazy. I was kind, I was humble, trying to be as best as I can, going to the meat departments. What we had to do was going for the meat, was like finding meat and how much proportion it takes to cut it off, and that was probably easy. But when I first started, I didn't know anything about the chicken. I don't know anything. Rodrigo taught me all. He gave me a test. He was like, oh, you gotta memorize this goes here, and the beef goes here, and the different types of meat, whatever. I was like, I got it. Hopefully. So then if sometimes I don't know, so then I ask Kyle or Kent, teach me. I was like, yo, where does this go to? And they're like, I got you, don't worry about it. While lunchtime, I just skate the whole 3 months. I've been grinding my buns off. And then I met new people. I was like outside by lunchtime, and I didn't know these people. So these people were like older than me, and I was like, dude, these people pennyboard or something, longboard or like that, and they skate too. They just started. I was like, damn, you 26 and you skating? Oh, that's good. That's not bad. You're not old like that. But I started like quite young too. I started young, but then I forgot about it, and then I came back to it after, and I was still grinding. And off work, I saw baddies. Hey, I'm not joking, not lie. There was some baddies up there. Hey, WaySafe is really, yeah. I was not joking. That's the reason why I visit daily. Anyways, Kyle can't. We all just still discuss to this day. We still talk along. I don't know, he's just doing his thing. He's with his woman, respectfully. Me and Kyle were just goofing around always. And then, after meeting Kyle and Kent, there was this dude that's been there for like a few years. His name was Anthony. There's a difference of Coney and Anthony, okay? We have the same name. That's why I named myself that. He has a YouTube channel. You guys can check it out. Ooh. doesn't stream, but I wish him for the best. Other than Glazing Anthony. Anyways, there's people that I've saw and as a customer, I was going crazy. I met this woman, she was like 27. And I saw another person, she was like 40. She didn't even look like that age. Like she was my age. And I was trying to ask. And then there's this person I was talking to, this 27-year-old. She was the baddest. She was like whitewashed, brunette. I tried to ask her out, but god damn, I should have got that number. But you know what? I had no balls, but she was laughing with me. We were just chilling. We were just talking discussion. Man, I had that game up. I don't know how I did it. But yeah, I'm being honest with myself. They are really chill people. They just really don't care. Like, I met people off sets where people were work at, and I just meet them. I met Eduardo, I met other people. We're all grouped up. We visit each other, department, every department we go. There's this point where, like, oh, they're strict on me, and we have to watch out for our main manager. They're gonna look for me. Like, if we have music on, they're gonna watch you. But he comes out, like, probably a few times, but not, like, a lot. I tell, like, most of the people to have their music on. I tell Kyle mostly, because Cat doesn't really, he just watches his show. But that's what those people been doing for that long. That's why the managers don't give a fuck at that point. But I just started, so that's why they kind of keep an eye on me. I just tell Kyle, most likely, I'm like, yo, music. I'm like, yo, he's coming. And we start hiding in the back, and then that was when like cameras start putting it in. I'm like, dog, they had cameras on too. They just put it in. The moment I joined, there was no cameras. And then there's these people that checks up on the food. They're like, oh shoot, there's this and that. Oh, messed it up because it was probably my fault, which I would take the blame myself. I do, for truly. Always time that me and Anthony Kyle can't go out, eat Chipotle, Chipotle. Always eating chip. So then ball out in the court, just locked in. The moment I just left. Lesson taught. It really did change after I left because I had so much free time. So now I was like, yo, let me make edit videos, let me make music. I had so much of this in me. And then when I was working, I know I got that check on me, but then I was like, oh shoot, I want my free time with my music, and I focus on all three of this, animation too. And I was doing it, I was in my work, I was doing that as best as I can. I was like, I either gotta make it out or not make it out, no matter how much it takes. I'm pushing my limits and just keep going, because I've done editing for like a long time, since I was 12 or 13. I'm like, but it was so fun hanging out with Waysave. And then Anthony did, we both left. I saw his video, he posted consistently, he was consistent. Anthony, please, can you post more videos, bro? Post monthly. Find games. Play like Schedule 1. Play the Escobar. Play me and Kyle. We just hanged out recently. We just went to the mall and all this dude got was a damn sandwich. I'm like, dog, I thought we were here for like more than that, but he was like, nah, man. But you know what? Me and Kyle got our things. We got our games. So Kyle knew there's new people here. He got that Riz life. I was clutching in. I saw some brunette and